that you can use taxation as a means of spurring or achieving a certain economic objective, such as putting on a tax on imported food items, for example. The challenge with that is that the people who are going to pay that tax are Jamaicans. The analogy was drawn that we have put on a tax on people who travel to Jamaica, and we have put it in a special fund called the TEF, or we have put on a special tax on incoming telephone calls, and we have put that in the Universal Access Fund. But you should ask yourself the question, who pays those taxes? Is it
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Guys, the hotly debated topic nationally and internationally right now is this taxing in Jamaica, the proposal of taxation by the opposition. Jesus, Father, I can't get a break, I can't rest. Everywhere you go, people are talking about it and asking about it. Right now, guys, breaking news within the ranks of the PNP, I am hearing that they're calling for Dayton Campbell to step down. That is how serious it is. Who does that? Who comes out and ever tell the people, months leading up to an election, we are going to tax you? People are not going to react nicely to that. People aren't going to be happy about it. I don't see nobody coming out defending more taxation on the people. All of the people them have prominence and PSOG and all those, they're all silent. Deafening silence. Let me just acknowledge our friends here and then we get started, guys. So as you can see in the topic here tonight, Bangarang in the opposition and calls for their General Secretary, Dayton Campbell, to step down. Moderator, thank you for joining. Thank you for your patience, guys. If you're new, guys, please hit the like button. Welcome and please subscribe. Returning subscribers, welcome back. All patriotic Jamaicans, welcome back. Whether you're PNP, JLP, or no P, as long as you want to say what is good and right for our country and people, you are welcome here. Welcome to Jamaica Politics Uncovered Late Night. So now, if you were here these past few days, or if you haven't, you must have seen the talks and the discussion about the taxation. But you see, before I get into it, guys, I just want to remind people of something. Years ago, when the PNP came in after their challenges, election defeats, when they came in saying that they are forming a new opposition led by Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell and Peter Bunting. The lady you're looking at on the screen is Karen Cross. She tried to warn them. Even before that, because Karen Cross supported Peter Bunting during the internal election, and Karen tried to warn these people where Dayton Campbell is concerned. She said, guys, do not put Dayton Campbell on the PNP's political platform because he is impulsive. He does not know how to conduct himself. He has no manners. He is disrespectful, and this can really blow up in your faces. She tried to warn them. And if Mark Golding was a real leader, somebody with sense, he would have taken heed from a woman who is experienced enough and been around the PNP long enough, taking her word for it that Dayton Campbell is a dangerous species. But he didn't. Instead, he got even closer to Dayton Campbell and talk about what an asset Dayton is. Mark Golding, bad judge of character, brought Dayton Campbell in. And when Dayton Campbell went to challenge for the general secretary position, they brought in some delegates, mostly 9 or so delegates at the very last minute, against the normal procedure of what it takes to be a delegate, just to make Dayton Campbell get ahead in the race against Raymond Price. Also, they had a conversation with Damian Crawford and leak it out to the media because Damian Crawford was the floor manager for Raymond Price and they saw him as a threat. So they basically used that to get him out, and that is how Dayton Campbell became the General Secretary of the People's National Party. Now, they got the warning, and here we are. After many instances of Dayton Campbell embarrassing himself, embarrassing his leader, embarrassing his party, this is the grand finale of Dayton Campbell embarrassing the PNP and compromising them and their leadership when he came out a few days ago and said publicly at a meeting that taxes should be added to imported food. It blew up in their faces just like Karen told them it would. Now, how are they going to recover from this? As I told you guys tonight as we speak, they are imploding because Dayton Campbell, they said, has compromised the party and their leadership. But it's too late. What difference is it going to make at this time if Mark Golding listens to the comrades and get rid of Dayton Campbell? It is not going to make much of a difference. It is a little too late. Too late shall be their cry. And Mark Golding does not really care, in my view, about winning or losing. I don't think he does. I think he's never been at the forefront of anything in his life, and just being called the opposition leader is good enough for him. He will ride it until the wheel falls off into defeat. He doesn't care. He's not that type of person. So it's a little too late. No. I am going to let you hear. The Prime Minister finally came out. I was saying that the Finance Minister, Favour Williams, should have been the one to come out. And it's not too late. She can come out and make a talk because she is the Finance Minister of the country. But the Prime Minister gave a little speech today, and I want you guys to hear the fullness of what he said if you did not hear the upload that was done earlier. The Prime Minister so simply, so eloquently explained to Dayton Campbell and the PNP what the TEF tax is all about. This is unbelievable. Something so simple. They don't study anything. They don't understand anything. And this is why I am saying that Jamaican people must start paying attention. I understand that sometimes people just no one bother or them too busy, but no, Jamaican people, we have to start paying attention. Let me just play a part of the speech, and then I'm going to play the end of it because I was only able to upload like a small portion of it, but that's okay. I will go ahead and play the beginning of this speech, and then I'm going to just make you quickly hear the Prime Minister explain what it's all about. All right, here goes. Let me just move this out of the way. If you're just joining, guys, please to hit the like button and make sure that you are sharing this content with somebody. It's very important, guys. All right.
That you can use taxation as a means of spurring or achieving a certain economic objective, such as putting on a tax on imported food items, for example. The challenge with that is that the people who are going to pay that tax are Jamaicans. The analogy was drawn that we have put on a tax on people who travel to Jamaica, and we have put it in a special fund called the TEF, or we have put on a special tax on incoming telephone calls, and we have put that in the Universal Access Fund. But you should ask yourself the question, who pays those taxes? Is it Jamaicans? No, these taxes in the TEF.
All right, guys, let me just play the remainder of what he said. Listen to this.
Generally paid by foreign consumers. But if you were to put a tax on imported goods, who are the ultimate consumers of that imported good? It is the Jamaican people. So there is no real benefit in any way creating any new productive activity here by putting on a tax on imported goods. The real conversation about the expansion of productivity in agriculture is about how do we get greater technology integration into agriculture? How do we put better financing for agricultural projects? How do we build long-term supply contracts for agriculture? How do we support agriculture with storage so that in times of much or in times of plenty, there is stable output? And the big one, which I think it's the one that will really transform agriculture, is how do we make our lands that are arable, that is lands that are suitable for agriculture, how do we make them irrigable? Which is how do we bring water to these lands? And we have two major projects that we are doing now to bring irrigation to almost 10,000 acres of agricultural lands. One project is the Pedro Plain project, which we have been speaking about as a country for over 50 years. This administration is doing it. The Pedro Plain project is on its way. And we have some other projects going on to bring irrigation to agriculture. So the secret to growing the economy, to expanding revenues, to providing these kinds of social provisions in terms of social housing, it is not in more taxes, but in increasing productivity, innovation, the integration of technology, and just ensuring that we have a peaceful, productive, innovative society. And so we will.
Yes, guys, there you have it. The Prime Minister so calmly, so eloquently explained to the PNP what those taxes are that they are comparing a new food tax to. As you can see here, guys, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, which is what Dayton Campbell made reference to, is a charge that is put on we who come into Jamaica and cruise lines and, tourists and visitors. But the Prime Minister is saying that if you start to tax food now coming into the country, you're talking a different kettle of fish. They don't understand what it takes to grow an economy. They don't understand what it takes to improve an agriculture sector. Their idea of improving agriculture is to tax food coming into the country. Guys, tell me how that makes sense. They have no ideas. They have no plans. I have never seen this before, guys. These guys, they hijack the PNP for nothing at all because they're nothing but a set of waste of time. Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell decided to carry out revenge on their party because they were beaten by their leader. They have no leadership skills, but they want to put themselves before the people of Jamaica and pretend as if they know what they're doing. And they clearly have no clue. I didn't know that it was so bad, to be honest with you. When I say that Dayton Campbell not understand the basics of our taxing system and be able to calculate and measure the outcome of taxing food imported in the country. How does that make sense? It does not make any sense.
And I can tell you this, that not one set of PNP over there running up their boat and get a beating, them other get a beating.
The only thing Dayton Campbell knows how to do is to fight with people among him. Dayton Campbell does not have any more skills whatsoever. He has no people skills. He has no leadership skills. He has no skills at all. And that is why he was voted out. Cannot go back in a constituency and a parish where he was born. The Prime Minister just explained it to them. And just when we thought that it was bad, guys, it gets worse.
And try to confuse people as to what taxes look like. But I want it around the parliament. Let's see how long it stretches. These are all the tax measures introduced by them, Madam Speaker. 17 years of tax measures, Madam Speaker. Not one of these papers have we introduced in 6 years, Madam Speaker. Take it all across the parliament. 17 years. 17 years, Madam Speaker, of tax increases. This is all of them here. This is it.
From bad to worse. You see, the PNP just need to take some time out. Leave the government and let them do their work. Leave the people of Jamaica to deal with the government. Because rest assured, if the government missteps, the people of Jamaica will hold them accountable. That is a fact. But the People's National Party at this time, they need to stop from trying to fight down the government, try to fight down the good things that they're doing, stop spreading lies, disinformation, because what they're doing is a very dangerous thing. Allow the government to govern and go and fix on a party. Get rid of these people. These people you're looking at on the screen, guys. They are not politicians. They are not representatives. They are wannabes and pretenders, and they have no clue about basic economics. They have no clue how to run a constituency, let alone a country. If you look in Mark Golin's constituency right now, I'm not even going to get into it. There is somebody on this program tonight from Jungle. And if you wish to talk the truth, you can call here or you can type something in the comment and tell the people them. Mark Golin is not a good representative. Jungle is in a worse state than it was when I used to live there. This is Jungle. The people are living on the edges. Boy, I don't even want to go in it. It wasn't used to be that way all the time. It is worse now. Deterioration right through. So I say that to say that they are not good representatives of the people on a constituency level. So how can they be good representatives of a country in leading it? It doesn't make any sense. Everybody's talking out against them. PNP, JLP, and no P. I'm talking about people who are patriotic Jamaicans are talking out against them and say these people are getting from bad to worse. Because how? Tell me, Jamaica, how can you come before the people months before an election come threaten them with taxes? And that's why Baba Tunde have to go answer with you know. Jackass. What can go so? This is how Mark Golden obtained his wealth, off the backs of the entrepreneurs. and the people of Jamaica. They have to destroy other people to get ahead. And this is wrong. It's inhumane and it's wrong. You all know what happened with FinSac and everything else with them do. The wickedness that them do. Them have to mash down other people to get ahead. You cannot do that. We don't want that in this time. Why would you want to impose tax on something like food? Come on now, no sick man. Jamaica 411, you over here? Good night, my people. Good night. Good night, everybody. Big up on yourself. Dirty Cup, thank you so much for tapping up the live goal over here. Guys, if you want to make a contribution to this platform because you like our content and the things that we're doing over here, you are welcome to tap up our live goal. No problem. Guys, if you're just coming on, please to hit the like button for me, please, and thanks. And you got to share this content with somebody because we have election months away and we need to have an educated electorate. You know what I want Dan Anderson to do for us? Dan Anderson, our poll man. Andrea Morris, big up yourself and thank you as well. I would like to ask Dan Anderson tonight, the Dan Anderson who has been running the polls for the PNP, Dan Anderson who the PNP paid to do the polls, to lie to the people, to say that they're doing fantastic ahead of the government. I want Dan Anderson to go and do a poll asking the Jamaican people how they feel about new taxes. Go and ask the Jamaican people that. Since you are the poll man, as me not gonna call Dan Anderson a patriot, because I don't know if I'm patriotic. Because you could have never give me money for the poll to make them money come tell lie to the people. Me not operate them way there. Although I don't want to compare myself to Dan Anderson still, because I work in my work. But what I am saying, I want Dan Anderson to go do one poll. Somebody, when I tell Dan Anderson, say JPU is asking him please and thanks. I ask him, say, if we have a PM for the one poll. Ask the Jamaican people them, JLP, PNP, and NOP. Ask the Jamaican people them. Say if them feel happy, comfortable, and willing to participate in any taxation. I want Dan Anderson to poll the people them a yard and abroad. No, sir. The people in my yard and abroad. Because when they impose the food tax, it's going to affect the people them who are exporting and the people them who are importing. And it's also going to affect the people them who are buying food. Jesus have mercy, murder. Murder for PNP, not too wicked. Why we don't want to do this to the Jamaican people? Tax already high. The people then get one relief over the last 8 years, no new tax. What is wrong with you know? Dayton Campbell is getting about $21 million for being a part of the election people them. And he must go a meeting 4 times a year. Eh? And everybody a draw down 21 million a taxpayer dollar, you know. That's why you can come so casually. Want to come and do them something here to the people. You're too wicked, man. I don't like wickedness. You can't come tell the people them about say. You never mean it or a joke you that make. Oh no. Don't even try it and don't even go there. Because the people them not fool. I wanna talk apart on the plan. You good all done right in the manifesto already. And in the manifesto you have the taxation. Hear me, man. Lift up off our Jamaican people them. They not have money for paying a tax. You see, if you don't want to do something about agriculture, go sit down and listen. Or listen to the stakeholders. Meet with everybody. Try to find consensus. So you don't want to lower the country's food bill, let us talk about it. Include and involve everybody. You just go there go talk damn foolishness. This is a discussion that needs consensus. Different ideas. If we need to come with one half-decent idea, that makes sense. But, boy, may I tell you no. Look here, sir. Down to the very PNP people, they must say, When the Tapanaris class wants to tax your food at this time, it is time to stop supporting the PNP. Let me just telling you something over here, some people. You see, if the government of Jamaica I do something when I right, you think say me, I go take up for and join with people when I see out of my two eye them. I do wrong, me not going to do that. It don't matter to me if you are JLP or PNP. Once you are doing something that is against the interests of the people and what is right, I am not going to support it and I am going to talk out against it. That's what patriotism is about. Your country is always first. So nobody can come tell me about, say, you come from a PNP family or JLP family. Look here, what is right for the country and the people that you must support all the time, every time. The PNP now going really come out here right now, can show us so then disapprove of Dayton. But Bangarang over there, guys. They get a screenshot, but I can't really give them my sources over here. So some things me just cannot put on the platform. You understand? But them cross and angry. Nobody now take up theme. Nobody now justify. When you look around, the people were clapping when they heard about the tax. Them the people that Marlene. Come on now. Them the people that we are clap. I sound like I don't want to disrespect nobody, you know, but come on. I'm not sensible people them there. It cannot be sensible people. Yeah, some people, you know, you talk to them and you tell them something and they only hear part away. I say, for example, those people in that room, they probably only hear the part where say agriculture fund. And they might think, say, yeah, there's going to be a fund now where we can get some money. But them probably don't have the brain capacity to think about the implication of the taxation and even they themselves. You understand? So that's why we are saying we have to educate the masses for them understand what are going on. Because them see Dayton come and them say I'm a doctor. Some of them probably feel inferior because them don't have no degree or no academic something there. You understand? Some people are like that, you know. We understand, so not everybody can get educated because some people either they not the brain fit or then cannot afford it. Are they not in a position to have it? But that doesn't mean that we cannot help to spread the truth. I help people to think critically and sensibly. Now that's everybody's talking out. Maybe some of those same people in the room that was clapping, they will now come to their senses because they understand that the conversation is more than having a fund with some money going in there. It is more than that. It is about start to finish. How will that affect the people them who are export? How will that affect the people them who are import? Because Dayton can't even understand the comparison that he's making to the tourism fund. He never explained to them in the room. So listen, that the fund there was funded by the people them were coming into the country. And most of us, we're not going to say, okay, we're not going to go to Jamaica because you have to pay one local tax. No, we're not going to do that. Taxes run the country, but Jamaica has reached its taxable level, plus taxes being paid on some high-ended imported food items already, but leave the basic foods alone. We understand fully, Marvin, that sometimes, yes, you have to do taxing. We totally get that. But you have to be smart and strategic about it. You can't just come just willy-nilly want just tax and you know think about the consequences of what is happening. I cannot trust people who are impulsive and people who don't have good judgment. That's never a good thing. And how you're going to know if leaders have good judgment? When they are in opposition, when they are in a position to make decisions, watch what they do. Case in point, like I said, when Karen Cross was warning them to be careful of Dayton, don't put him on no platform for talk. Don't push him up in a leadership because him head not good. They could have evaluated that on their own, but let us say they were too busy to do that. Them get somebody where tell them when know him and I tell them and them not listen, or them just feel like say, their judgment is good and clearly it's not. If them did have good leadership, this would not happen. They're not a good leadership. And that it come down to. They are serious with the tax. Without no taxes, they cannot implement new programs, and they are talking about new programs. Don't we see programs are going on in the country active now, Elijah? Yes, we see housing program, we see road networking program, all kind of program are going on. We see young people who want to seek vocational skills. Them I get education for free, them I get skills training for free. All I get free lunch and free this and free bus fare, everything. So we can find other ways. It doesn't have to be taxes. But them people here, it look to me like so then go consult with Omar Davis. Because Peter Phillips not going to tell them to do no foolishness like this. Them couldn't go consult with Peter Phillips because they not like the man. But not no more than them go consult with people like Omar Davis and them tell them say, yeah man, they can put on a little tax here and there. And then so fool, them not even wait until after the election them talk it because a God alone can come tell me say, them not intend or them never intend to seriously tax the people them. Dayton couldn't hold him out. He have to come out come bust in secret. Who in their right mind is going to advise them to do that? It has to be somebody like Omar Davis. It's not safe, people. May I tell you now? We don't want a Satan in southeastern Westmoreland. We want to move on in peace. No, back off Dayton Campbell. The people of eastern Westmoreland would be stupid to say what Dayton Campbell did in his former constituency and come back with him again. As someone who could have loved loser, as someone who could have loved people when I know if you represent you know and when I care if you represent you know. People with just want to sit down in a nice clean parliament. Well, parliament is not a dumping ground, for losers, The PMP might be a dumping ground for losers, but the Parliament of Jamaica must not keep recycling losers. This is crazy. I have never lived in an inner city. She told me the Don have to see who they voted for. I don't know where Lizzie's Cornell. Open vote is when you did it before all the electors workers. All those poor people song that Bounty Killer sing was done in the 90s under the PNP government. PJ Patterson was the prime minister, and none of these songs couldn't play on the radio station in Jamaica. In the 90s, up until 2002, my friends, the poverty rate in Jamaica was about 32%, 33%. So during the time when we hear certain veterans in dancehall, we see cartel come and say emergency we are suffer around here. We hear Bounty Killer, many of his songs, as he said, was an advocacy against the poverty that people were dealing with at such a high level. We are out of that state right now. We are 12.3%. More people are living decent and, can afford them nights dinner and they look after their family and so forth. And that's always a good thing. You understand? So you made a very good point here, Chiefy. During those times, I showed you guys the data the other night where the poverty rate during that time, late 90s coming into the 2000s, now the poverty did high. A serious thing. Do I still have it here? Let me see. No, I don't have it here anymore, but if you did over here the other night, you would have seen the data that I shared. We can't take no more tax here now. They must come with something that makes sense. Come with policies that make sense. No come with nothing for come stress out the people them here now. No come with nothing for cause no problem with food in the country. We don't want a food insecurity problem in our country. You guys are behaving like a set of lunatic. You don't know what you're doing. Me here one girl, me do an upload today and I must go watch it after this program. I did an upload today where some ladies from over TikTok were reacting to the taxation argument. Everybody had done Dayton Campbell. All the PNP had done him. And, they were talking about the tax business and so forth. And they must say, what is wrong with these people? We not go with tax now. What is wrong with you now? So I am glad that the conversation is being had. In 1993, poverty rate was a whopping 63%. I didn't look as far back as 93. I started around 98, between 98 and 2002 is the data that I drew up to bring to you guys, where the poverty rate was 33% during 2002. Guys, please hit the like button if you're just joining the program and make sure that you are sharing this content with somebody. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, if you're just joining, the Prime Minister of Jamaica has responded to Dayton Campbell and the PNP about their taxation. If you are just joining, I am going to play that for you again so that you can hear the analogy that Dayton Campbell made with other taxes, which he doesn't seem to have a clue about. Let us play what he said briefly, and then I will let you hear the reaction of the Prime Minister.
After that, I believe a loan assembly was in tourism. We decided that we're going to put a little tax on each passenger coming into the country. We created what? TF. And that is what is building out the tourism product in Jamaica. Now is the time that we must put a little thing on the imported food into the country and create an agricultural fund so that we can support the farmers and the local production.
That you can use taxation as a means of spurring or achieving a certain economic objective, such as putting on a tax on imported food items, for example. The challenge with that is that the people who are going to pay that tax are Jamaicans. The analogy was drawn that we have put on a tax on people who travel to Jamaica, and we have put it in a special fund called the TEF, or we have put on a special tax on incoming telephone calls, and we have put that in the Universal Access Fund. But you should ask yourself the question, who pays those taxes? Is it Jamaicans? No, these taxes in the TEF.
Well, on it, guys, I'm going to play the recite where the Prime Minister explained the TEF tax.
To put a tax on imported goods, who are the ultimate consumers of that imported good? It is the Jamaican people. So there is no real benefit in any way creating any new productive activity here by putting on a tax on imported goods. The real conversation about the expansion.
Well, Andy, I want you to hear what he said about the TEF tax. Because Dayton Campbell failed to mention that that tax comes from people who are coming into the country.
Who pays those taxes? Is it Jamaicans? No, these taxes in the TEF and in the Universal Access Fund are generally paid by foreign consumers. But if you were to put a tax on imported goods, who are the ultimate consumers of that imported good? It is the Jamaican people.
That's all we need fear. No need fear not more than that, you know. We no need fear not at all more than that. How is it that a man who lose him seat, Dayton Campbell, reach in an argument about taxes and where Jamaica are going to do where our agriculture is concerned? A man who the people them just voted out clean by over 2,000 votes. How Dayton Campbell come up now in a major political party talking to the country about him want to tax food? Eh? What can go so, people? Mark Golding, I one of the poorest judge of character I ever seen in my life. A man don't know if I put people around him will make sense. I be a riff-raff. Look here, so. Watch ya. Angela Brownberg, Garnet Roper, Peter Bunting. Where them the people go? No, sir. My side. When you look here, so. Dayton Campbell, Peter Bunting, Angela Brownberg, Mark Golding. Now you tell me, Garnet Roper, I want to tell me people. Now disaster when I look upon you, so. Me talk to one of my little comrade friend earlier. And she said to me, say, they are finished. And so she said, me don't know if they're finished. Me just relay the message because when you know over on this platform, I let everybody come to give them analysis on what they believe the next election will be. And, you know, them some people come here come make some very good arguments who they think will win or lose the next election. But I have never said to you guys that my opinion is that the JLP will win or the PNP will win. I will not do that. I will give you guys the floor to say what you think because we promote that over here. We promote freedom of speech, we promote civil discourse and all them something there. But I will make my comment the night of the election. Very interesting days ahead. The person today even said to me, said the Prime Minister can just go ahead and call election now. But Karen Cross tried to warn the PNP, Jesus have mercy, the woman tried to warn them about Dayton Campbell. And look here, so now, if you don't mind sharp, Dayton Campbell put the PNP in a one position where them cannot recover. Want to tell me now the comment and tell the audience, guys, 1 to 1,100 and sitting people over here. You don't feel like so them people can recover from the damagement where Dayton Campbell go along with people. You don't talk it short. Can they recover? And Andrew Wallace not even come act up himself. Him not come act up himself, none at all. Him come in and talk like him a talk to him high school son. Where my teach local economics. Somebody can put Dayton Campbell on one tricycle, man. Put him, guys, put Dayton Campbell on one meme, on one tricycle, because then they on training wheel. At which part the graphics man they fit over here? Graphics man, if you're in the chat, please me be a graphics man. Put Dayton Campbell on one look a 3-wheel bicycle. Tricycle. The tricycle them with the 3-wheel where you put look a picnic pan when them all learn how to ride. Put Dayton Campbell on one of them look a tricycle there. Because this now make no farmer sense. You see, if for me a leader and Dayton go there go do that, me let him go fire him immediately, you know, because you see, if you don't do that, it will look like say boy you're colluding with Dayton Campbell to tax the people him collude with you. So what needs to happen right now? I agree with the PNP people them who kick up rumpus pan him and kick up dirt in their face. As if you get rid of him. Get rid of him, man. The boy are going to lose the election. Get rid of him. Lord Jesus. This can't real. Uno put him on one training wheel for me. Vibes Cartel never sing one song about training wheel. When me used to in the dance hall, I know me hear Cartel sing one song about training wheel. Uno put a boy up on training wheel because if Andrew could have Andrew explain it. And I know campaign time yet. Uno can't put him up on one billboard in a Kingston. Put up Dayton Campbell face. And when you put up your face on the billboard, put one spot, one caption on it say, food tax boss. Dayton Campbell, new name for Dayton Campbell, the food tax boss. Food tax boss. Uno put it up people. The people them will do that sitting here, uno can't put him on one tricycle in the pan training wheel. The people them will make a meme here. Where Andrew will up a t-shirt as a PMP already. Uno put Dayton on one tricycle. Jesus mercy. No, sir. I want thing with them, you know. Them keep them make the politics very comical and laughable. But politics are serious thing. We're not supposed to laugh so much in our people. We have one graphics man, but a graphics man busy you know. Me soon make a graphics man put him on one tricycle. Now watch your face. They're not ready. Food tax boss. Uno if you make a 1,000 t-shirt with Dayton face pan it and say food tax boss. How we might try run against Donga Westmoreland? Tell him opponent. The JLP member of parliament at Westmoreland. Uno make 100 and had t-shirt for the people them. And put in face pan the t-shirt and say food tax boss. When campaign time start, put Dayton face pan some 100 and other 1,000 t-shirt. And make the people them campaign and walk up and down food tax boss. Make him run him way. God wish parliament. No, sir, this not make sense. But put a little thing pan food. Yeah, brighty. USA. You always attack say, my mother used to wash people dirty clothes. When poverty did that, your mother shop wash people dirty clothes, Dayton. Oh God. Want me to you now? You start well one little money now, you feel like say you can't relate to poor people and middle class and working class people. Uno become anti-working class, anti-poor people. You wanna be tapanaris, yo? Yes, I wanna be tapanaris I come up on poor people. But you want tax food with your bright self. Go one side, man. You go tell Nationwide, say, oh, you're withdrawing your statement. We heard you loud and clear. I know everything you can withdraw, my love. Successfully. That one here now go withdraw successfully. Because we hear you. We hear you, Dayton Campbell. We hear you. And you don't understand the word no. So when the comrades them and kick up rumpus pan you know I say. You fi go away. You go sit down there. And them have to go come war with you and disgrace you. But I want to talk about something else real quick before it slip me. The people them of West Kingston, the councillor who died other day, I brought it over here to you and tell you now. But the councillor who died, the JLP councillor. Desmond Mackenzie, the people them say me fi tell you say, stop from force the other man pan them. Then don't want other man there to represent them. And replace the councillor. Then want the young fella, I forgot him name, Jesus. Desmond Mackenzie, them said this are not the 1980s. You have to listen to the people. Because if you listen to the people, you cannot go wrong. Mr. Desmond Mackenzie, the people them said, them don't want what happening at the PNP come happen with them. Because Mr. Mackenzie, you they're on long enough for you know say the JLP supporters them not come like the PNP supporters them. Them not going to sit down and take anything. Them are going to come out pound whether only in a government or opposition. Them going to come out and protest pound and call down crowd and excitement. So Mr. Mackenzie, I know so politics go, you know this. I know so politics go. You can't do like what PNP do. And come this side. You're the lone decision maker. So you want to put in this person or that person. The people them say, I must tell you, Mr. Mackenzie, say don't make the situation reach like what happened in the PNP with the constant disgrace and bring down and carrying on and compromising of seats and elections. Mr. Mackenzie, all of the labor right them over here. If you not hear this, tell Mr. Mackenzie said the people, I'm in a militant mode right now. And the reason why I'm sharing this information is that I am of the view, and I have heard the Prime Minister of Jamaica said this before too, is that if you want to stay in politics until them son you, listen to the people, you cannot go wrong. Because politics is about the people. The moment you start to go on like say you're bigger than the people, all right, this so, it's going to be a demise. And it's the same thing the PNP is facing right now because nobody never want Mark Golding. I done on the support and use and come to the whole heap of wickedness them and bringing this wicked one beside him. So that's why them have face them demise, you know. A demise more them in, you know. After Karen want them, you know. Because them things say them bigger than the people. How much time when you hear the people them run them where everywhere they go, them a use poll at remove people, at take out people and them something there. Even the do one when name Alfred Dawes. When take poll and go against the gentleman who the people them a support and a work with all these years. But because him same is a doctor, they make Dan Anderson, them take Dan Anderson and run poll they can say him supposed to represent the people them. And the people them to this day, the people them not having it because them call me and tell me to say, Dawes keep meeting over there and nobody don't go. No matter where him come attack, same tell I say them poison him because him a look sympathy, nobody now look on him. One of the time me hear say the people them say them will take a cartel over Portmore they so, but then don't want Dawes. Because them think them bigger than the people. Because them think so, because them get formal education, the people them fool and them bigger than the people. But them people over there so, them militant, them nah roll with Dawes no time at all. Zero. So them put up PJ party super flyers for go meeting with Dawes and PJ. Don't go because the people them tell PJ so nobody think you can come over here. Come push nobody down with you. It's not going to work. Only if you stop from go against the people. Only no bigger than the people. Politics is about the people. Where to come from with full style of politics is beyond me. So Mr. Mackenzie, maybe just want to pass on a message to you because the people them tell me. Say, them feel comfortable talking to JPU because over here so, we say Everybody welcome from them a patriot, PNP, JLP, and no P. So we get calls and information from both sides and from no side. So the people them say them feel good talking to you over here. And they want us to deliver the message to you, Mr. Mackenzie say. Don't make the situation come down to the warfare we're in at the PNP and the public disgrace. All right. Big up on yourself, West Kingston people. Now back to the food tax boss. Ah, Jesus. I'm giving a name there, no people. Food tax boss. You see, this is why we need debates, you know. Election a come. I want to hear some debates in the country. I want to hear Dayton Campbell debate the man where I want the man job. The member of parliament who Dayton Campbell want to replace. I want to see him and that man debate. I want to hear, boy, me I tell you, if you Andrew when it's go sit down and debate my goal in now. I want very embarrassing situation that, you know. And me I tell Andrew, say, you know what, Andrew, don't debate Mark. Don't do it. Because you say if you debate Mark, you're going to have to thump him in the face. Me not tell a lie. Me not promote no violence. But me not going to stand up in front of nobody if you can disrespect me. Me not do it. So me I say to Andrew Wallace tonight, when the election call, do not debate Mark Golden. Because you know he's going to come in front of your face, condo. He's going to come in front of your face, come tell us say you're corrupt. He might come in front of your face, come talk about integrity commission and them the foolishness there. And nobody never prosecute you for corruption. Nobody never tell Jamaica people them where your thief or how much your thief. So do not go stand up in front of this Englishman and take no disrespect from him. Don't do it. Make Mark Walling go debate Bunting them also and date and them. Them not in your league and they not in your class. Me don't know about people. You tell me if you don't agree with me. You don't feel like so the Prime Minister of Jamaica forgot argue with Mark Golding on debate stage. You don't talk it truth. No foolish is that. Because Mark Golding is not going to come there come talk about policies. He's not going to come there and talk about the future of the country, development or anything. The economy. He's not going to come talk about that. He's going to come and talk about the Integrity Commission because you know what? Make us shut them out because me going to talk something when I'm supposed to talk tonight. He seemed to have a problem where he fixates on things. Everywhere that he goes, he has an obsessive, compulsive thing where he only knows to talk about and he will not let go of this Integrity Commission and corruption thing. And the reason why I say Andrew must not do it, because Andrew, if you not go to jail before other night, they go to jail, you know. Because you might go come up there, come say some things to you. And then you know, I go start cussing and say, how much money, how much billions of dollars you make off a finsack, and I write this to everything I go mash up. So it don't make no sense you put yourself in that position, because I know you go clot him back. I know say when he come and come talk to you about corruption, you're going to clot him back with him relationship with Omar Davis and all of the wickedness we then do, the financial meltdown we then causing at the country. You're going to talk about it. You're going to talk about all of the money them where they make during FinSac time. But then again, I wonder if Mark Golding has the courage to stand up on a debate stage with Andrew Holness. That is a very interesting thing. You better want to put Mark Golding on the stage for hey, better want to put him out there put him out there with Warmington.
As to what taxes look like. But I want it around the parliament. Let's see how long it stretches. These are all the tax measures introduced
For sure, you say no sense, you know. In this season of our politics, when one of the bragging rights of the government is no new tax, for sure, you say the man them not even not think. In this season, when one of the bragging rights of the government is no new tax, the man are come say yes, tax pan food. You look like say chichi and them out them brain. Hmm? Yes, Sharon, somebody I get thumping at their head, man. Somebody I get thumping at their head. Them have to go send referee for conduct that day debate there. Because everything them tell Mark Golden for doing go do it, you know, in no sense, you know. Them tell him say, go they go talk about the integrity commission. Go they go tell him saying corrupt. And some of the time Andrew Wallace have one short fuse, you know. When forgot how his mother grew him, you know. And when Golden go out, they go talk them something there, you know. Andrew go load up on him and say, look here. I made it there. I made it in the government when time when I make the financial meltdown happen. I made it make when I get too much billions of dollars through the finance ministry. How did you get your wealth? When you see me have no finsack house, and I write this everything I got mash up, debate done right there. And then now the hypocrite them now will come say, Andrew a bully, and Andrew this and Andrew that. So nobody enough to stand up for themselves. Let me ask you a question over here so tonight. When Mark Wall in a walk and I call people corrupt, and I run up his mouth on them, why people can't call him corrupt? Why people can't call him Master Mark? Why people can't call him, why people can't talk up things about him? Disrespect, begets disrespect, you know. And that's why a woman like me cannot go into politics because I not take disrespect from people. And sometimes I believe in an eye for an eye. And if you joke me, I go joke you right back, and I go joke you back harder because I don't care. So if Mark Golden can't go in Canada and him there all over the place, I call up Andrew name and I talk about corruption and integrity commission. I show you the video yesterday, the man stand up at the prayer event in front of the Prime Minister and stand up and I go talk about corruption and integrity commission. And if Andrew wants to get up in front of the whole of the pastor them and diss him, a front page of the newspaper I make. Because them are going to say, him not no manners and him a bully and this and that. Me I stand up for myself. If I did me sit down there and encounter about corruption and I see, me stand up right in front of the people them and talk up the thing them about Finsack and what Mark Golden do. God know. I only certain people Mark Golden can run certain joke with, you know. Mr. Warmington come out and done him, you know. And where you hear him come out, come talk about racism. Him come out and come talk about racism. And now I don't hear him call Warmington name or answer him. But because them know say Andrew Holness mother grew him good and him not going to jump off on them so easy. That's why them can't come do them things there. You think say Mark Golden that stand up in front of Warmington and come talk about integrity commissioner and corruption? Him not going to do it because Warmington head down good. And it is a known fact that we don't really mess with mad people. When we see mad people on the right, we take a left from long time. But because them know say Andrew is going to control himself and him not going to be impulsive and done them, that's why they come and do them something there. Don't be over frightened. See the racist, see the man here we are talking about racism, people. I put black picnic behind him and I'm picnic them no look so. As him giving a New Year's speech. I hold up shackles because them tell him say must go do it. And I take out key out of pocket for open shackles. I want to some people, man. See racism, yeah? See racism, yeah? If nobody never explain racism to him. See racism, yeah? PMP people, me know say someone over here. When you comfortable with this, when you don't want Mark Golden to put up on a look a black picnic behind him, I give speech to the nation, New Year's Day speech, you know, not no shame. I bet you someone that put on a picnic up there for exploit like this and laugh about it. Eh? Wouldn't no shame. Remember me tell you no. Someone not have no shame because remember the only place that Golden could have go do them sitting here in a PNP. Remember me tell you no. In can't go nowhere else and do this because nobody now go see this and smile about this. Oh. What you saying for debate, Daryl? Papa Jesus. No, sir. Lord Jesus. Mark now go debate anybody. He not go do it. But would I really want him and Warmington to go debate? Since him like to disrespect people, on the last debate stage, Dayton Campbell go out there go talk, say, the whole of the labor right, they mentally ill. You know, remember? When Lisa Hanna looked at him like, what the hell are you drinking and smoking? The boy go up there. Look how the little girl in the background is. No, man. Me say them sick my stomach here, man. It's a pity me have to talk about them, but you know what? Me have to educate the people and enlighten the people. Me have to do it. Dayton Campbell went up on the debate stage and say the whole of the labor right them they're sick in their head. But the PNP them we on this side. The PNP them not sick in their head. And when you look at the debate stage and you see how everybody I look on him, or Lisa Anna look uncomfortable. Or the JLP people them on the stage look uncomfortable. I say what kind of Bellevue people, what kind of Bellevue situation this will end up in a so with this boy here. The next morning, the whole of the mental illness community come out on him and say must apologize. They have no decorum, no sense of decency. They don't know what is right from what is wrong and when to behave a certain way. You can't put them up on international stage, you know, people. You can't put them on an international stage for talk for Jamaica and represent Jamaica. They will shame you know. I tell you no. Look how them are shame a PNP now. When me see Natalie Nita, we make Golden draw her out for come sing Silent Night with him. And then 5 days after Christmas or 6 days after Christmas, Mark Golden is gonna put up a little black girl behind him for deliver. Boy, me have to take bad things make laugh sometime. Oh, sir. 2% tax on food. Run them with Jamaica. Don't do it. Then judgment too bad. Dayton Campbell is so condescending. Him not know when, him not know time and place, you know. Him go up there to carry out and conduct a debate. And in the opening statement of his debate, he goes to say that the labor rights them are mentally ill. And he's the one who is mentally ill, you know. I guarantee you put him before somebody who's qualified to evaluate him. Something is wrong with him. And Karen has been trying to tell him forever and see it there now. Problem? Can I ask a question? What language Mark Golden speak? Miss Love, who said they can ask a question over here so tonight? Make your people in my chat answer you, Miss Love. Because I don't want nobody can accuse me, say me abuse and ray. Miss Love, me not go answer this a question here. Lord Jesus. We need Warmington now. Call him out. Oh, Jesus. No, sir. I think Raymond Price was on that debate team that night too. him and Tufton clash. Yes, Raymond Price was on the debate stage as well. Everybody else conduct themselves decently, I just Dayton Campbell, because him head not good I just him come out. Because look here, me know people we have legitimate mental issues. People who take their medication and people who don't take their medication and then don't behave like Dayton. Them now do certain things that Dayton do. So Dayton incurable, he untreatable. Come put them people in a people's face. We mentally ill, but the country are run good with the mental ill people. Hey, Lord of mercy. Is Trump wife better dressed better than Marky G wife or Lord God, nobody go there so. Do me I beg you. Cause you go hear them say we I bring down woman and I don't want them that sitting there on my shoulder, Mark Golden speak African, Jamaican, English patois. Hear there? Lord of mercy. Taxing on food. Nobody else would have said that and would have done that on the eve of an election. Come out, come tell the people them, say, you're going to put tax on them. I must set up this sabotage and set up. Nothing can go so. Somebody will be them, Then go trouble somebody and somebody will be them because no other leader. When you look and see how Damian Crawford get mixed up in a them bad energy and them wickedness, somebody have to obey them people. Talk it truth. One thing the Porsche would have come out and tell the people them both to share a tax them before election. Take a good look. Former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller. Portia smarter than all of them. That more they know. Me say Portia had the chance to put Golden and Bunting in a finance ministry. Because they say them a money guru. And when Portia come in as leader, them think them was go in at the finance ministry and Portia say, "Oh, no must say I'm mad people." And Portia did not put them in there. And they say them are investment banker and money guru. Portia not put them there. But because Portia is the type of person where she is one of the most genuine person, she give people the benefit of the doubt. You see, them who come in at the PNP and mash it up now and destroy it, see a Portia bringing them in there. Because Portia think boy them was somebody. She said because they're young, she will give them a chance and give them a blight. And the woman is a bad decision Portia make. I know say Portia never do that because she want to hurt nobody or cause no problem. In life, that's what we do sometimes. We give people the benefit of the doubt and we try to give people a chance and work with people and them something there. But me I tell you say sometimes some people are the biggest disappointment. They make you look bad when you try with them. That's why some people, they nobody help people again, Then just allow them to their demise. Sorry about that. I was doing something. Them people here want to say, we come cause so much destruction. Portia give them a lie because them come say them educated. And that's what them do. The money where them make off of they make through the PNP in the 90s, them use that same money there and come destroy them party and turn over their leader. You know, see how wicked them? The same people them. Them put on PMP clothes and rise the United clothes to confuse the people them. And this picture you're looking at, them lose, you know. Dayton Campbell lose. Dayton Campbell come out and say, that one set over there, divisive and wicked, viper, that one set over there, and cause the people them when support Bunting. That one set over there, you know, have to get a beat. Now when you look at them get the beating. Peter Phillips give them the beating. See him there?
And I can tell you this, that one set of PNP over there running up their boat and get a beating, them are going to get a beating.
When your same face I broke out, look there.
And I can tell you this, that one set of PNP over there running up their boat and get a beating, them are going to get a beating.
Fever COVID. A wickedness. Wickedness. Lord Jesus, Dan and this a fool them and tell them say them going to win. And then going to win and people are going to get a beat. And you see him come out and can repeat the same thing. And a few moments later, what happened? And him get the beating because he was Bunting campaign manager. People can take up data and be them campaign manager. You see, all of them are mad people. Bunting take up Dayton Campbell to be his campaign manager. And he lose. Put Mark Golden to be campaign chairman and then lose. You know, see them a loser people? Them a loser, man. And when Karen saw them wicked, Karen say she not stay amongst them again. And expose them. They're losers. They have already been rejected by the people. That's why the people have never take up Bunting and put him nowhere. Because how the hell are you going to take up Dayton Campbell to be a campaign man? You must be a madman. You must be a madman in a clean clothes. They've already been rejected. What Jamaica do with them? This doesn't make sense. The weapon that farm against the opposition people, it come down. Dayton Campbell is the weapon that farm against the opposition. Look there, Jesus Father. And the worst thing this happened. Months before an election, the boy come out and say, he want to impose tax on the people them food. This worse than how behind you know? Are the truth. Anyway, people, I am glad that somebody else came out and explained in depth and clarified what the tourism tax was all about and what the agriculture taxation would cause. The Prime Minister of Jamaica explained very well. I'm glad to hear it. And in a normal world, this could have been something that is debated, you know, among the politicians, but Dayton them, they're not logical thinking, critical thinking, sensible-minded people. So it's a waste of time. You can't discuss things like these with those people. It's a shame. Hopefully, we will get over this. And I am saying to everybody on this platform, whether you're JLP, PNP, or no P, Jamaica should always be first. And that is what this platform stands for. I came to realize that the biggest enemy of our country is not even so much the gunmen them. The biggest enemies of our country are those who sit down in our parliament, who should not be there, and those who are in our political system, who should not be there. They are the biggest threat to our country. And that was what this platform is about, Jamaica Politics Uncovered, because over here we are going to uncover any kind of wickedness that they're trying to carry out on the people of Jamaica. And we've done a very good job at it. Not to be tooting our own horn, but we've done a very good job at it for the year and a half that we've been on this platform. And I thank all the people who have communicated with us, share credible information with us. For example, the people who in investment banking in Jamaica who called JPU back in June of last year and informed us reliably that Mark Golden and Peter Bunting investment bank was going to crash and them in a serious money problem. And we could have relayed that information to you. And it's because of the credibility of this platform why people would trust us to tell us such information because they know it's going to be delivered properly. And it's true. We don't believe in telling lies on these people. Come out here and talk the truth. We're a little behind in our development because we have not been so good at putting good people to govern our country. Right now, we are doing better. By all indication, we are doing better. Whether you're talking about the decrease in homicides, whether you're talking about economic stability, not raising any taxes or adding any taxes, with all we've been through, with all the disasters, with all the pandemic, inflation, we are not doing worse, people. We're doing better. That's a fact. And the people who want to seize power in our country, they are going to take us back, and we must not go back. These are the people from the 90s who caused the financial meltdown. Why do we need to repeat history? It is a given with them because you see them come now about taxing food, their destruction and disaster. They're working with the devil. And that's why so much destruction follow them. And wherever they go in the government, destruction is going to follow them there. And by extension, follow the Jamaican people. We don't need that. So let us come together and let us unite around and behind our country. Let us take heed when people like former PNP State Minister Arnold Bertram, we must take heed when people tell us things. Because this man warned about the conflict of interest and these things what we're seeing happen now. And worse to come if we don't take heed. You understand, people? Anyway, I thank you for your participation. Please to share the content over here. And when you're talking to your neighbors and your friends, guys, enlighten them and tell them because the disinformation and propaganda, it depends on the country and depends on the people them. So make sure so not spread the word. Take a moment to talk to somebody who you hear that sounds like they don't have the right information and things like that. Show them proof. Because we'll come out here with data and everything for sure. No? You understand? Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have yourselves a good night and take care.